Hello again guys, and welcome back to another video. So as you may or may not know, I've been collecting for about 4 years now in the serious business of collecting video games. Retro, new games, you know them, I love them. But the thing people ask me is, how have I managed to amass such a big collection? And that comes down to one simple thing, and that is consistency. You want to be consistently adding titles into your games collection. We don't have to be buying games that are massively expensive. You don't need to be buying boxed, complete, really gems of games every month. You just need to be constantly adding games that you enjoy into the collection. So this week I haven't added anything of massive value, but I got some really cool pieces nonetheless, so let's jump straight in. If you saw my video last week, you'll know that I've just recently added Resident Evil Village, which I managed to pick up for the bargainous price of £5. So in last week's video, I spoke about the scariest parts in Resident Evil 1 to 7. I think I can conclusively say, even though I'm about halfway through the game, that this is the scariest bit in Resident Evil Village, if not in any game ever. Yeah, that is the baby from Resident Evil 8 Village, and that thing, it just lives in my head rent-free. That bit is absolutely terrifying. I think it's just the fact you take away the guns in a game and it makes it so much more terrifying. But I was looking for a scary game to play over Halloween, and that game damn sure delivered. So if you are looking for a scary game, I highly recommend you pick that one up. While we're on the topic of Resident Evil, I also managed to pick up this PlayStation 1 copy of Resident Evil. You may be wondering why I picked up another copy of Resident Evil, and basically just because it has a different cover. It is the value series, it is a bit ugly, but this was on Facebook Marketplace for just £2. For a classic game like Resident Evil, to get a variant cover for £2 is a very good deal. And also the same person was selling this Micro Machines V3, also for PlayStation 1 for just £2. These are like decent games to pick up. This is the kind of games I will pick up to boost the collection. £4 for two quality PlayStation 1 games, you really can't go wrong. As we all know, video games are getting more and more expensive. This is especially true if you pre-order games to get them on day one. And one of the games that is most expensive every year is, of course, Call of Duty. So recently I picked up Call of Duty Modern Warfare for the PlayStation 4. Obviously this game has been out quite a long while, and I have a reason for this. When I'm buying Call of Duty games, I know I'll probably play them through once, put them on a shelf and never go back to them. But for me, they're like a good action film. You can switch your brain off, just enjoy the game, and then just never really think about it ever again. I have heard this one is incredibly good. The original Modern Warfare was of course an absolute masterpiece in both first person shooting and just gameplay in general. And I waited to pick this up for my price. I had a biting point and I finally picked this up for £5. The thing is, with Call of Duty games, people normally play them for the multiplayer. I'm more here just to do the single player experience, so I'm happy to wait, and I will wait for any Call of Duty because I think they'd be worth £5 of anyone's money, and then you can just add them into the collection. You've got a decent game to play on a rainy day. Carrion is another game which I've waited a very long while to pick up a physical copy for the Nintendo Switch. And the reason for this is it was released through Special Reserve, and it was a very limited pressing of the game they made. I think it was 250 copies. So as you can imagine, that has got incredibly expensive. So I have actually played this on Xbox Games Pass. It's a really good game. You're kind of playing as the monster, hunting down scientists, kind of growing and adapting, and becoming a better killing machine altogether. So another way you can save money when you're building your game collection is waiting to see if a game is re-released. This was recently re-released on Amazon. I pre-ordered it and managed to get it for $27.99. Roughly on eBay at the moment, the Special Reserve copies of Carrion are going for over £100. So this was a much cheaper way, just had to wait a little while longer to add it into the collection. Dubs the Zombie is another game which has been really expensive to play using a physical disc. That's because it was only released for the original Xbox and for the PC a long while ago, and this game did not sell very well, so copies on eBay are around £40 to £50. This was actually made by the same people who made a small, lesser known game known as Halo. So they recently brought this game back, and you can now buy it on your Nintendo Switch. This is also on the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. It's a really good way that everyone can play the game more easily. One of the only thing is, it is quite annoying. It's around £15 on both the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox, but it's around £25 on the Switch. But I just want it so I can play it on the go, and I'm just always enjoying adding games into my very small at the moment Switch collection. One of the best ways I've found to add games into your collection is buying in bundles. So sometimes you get games you don't want or games you already have, but you can sell these back and try and recoup some of your money. So recently I got this little bundle of Dreamcast games off eBay. So firstly we have WWF Attitude, an absolute classic wrestling game. You know I love me some wrestling games. Then we have a disc and manual version only of Sonic Adventure. It's kind of annoying this is upside down, but I hate in videos when people spin the discs round, so I'm not going to be doing that. So that is just disc only. Also we have this 2000 Sega Worldwide Soccer football game, as well as Ready to Rumble Boxing, which is actually probably my favourite boxing game, even though it's not exactly the most realistic of games. So out of these games, I just wanted to add these two into my collection. So these will be going straight up on the shelves with the rest of my small Dreamcast collection. With these other two games, these will be going on eBay. So this bundle sold for £10 plus postage. I have managed to list this copy of Sonic with just the manual for also £10. So basically when this sells, and if I can sell WWF Attitude as well, even if I can't sell that one, I'll be making my money back, or at least getting all of these games for free. That is how you add games into your collection smartly, by buying bundles. If you are just starting out collecting, or even if you are a big collector like myself, one of the best ways to add games into your collection is going on Facebook Marketplace. And there is nothing sweeter than going onto Facebook Marketplace and finding the creme de la creme of free games. So you're not exactly, again, you're going to get like sealed Mario 64s and anything too incredible for free off Facebook Marketplace. But I managed to pick up this reasonably decent bundle of Xbox 360 games for free off Facebook Marketplace. But you may be thinking, what is the deal here? Well, all of these games are actually already in my collection. So these will be mainly used for CX trade-in fodder. So about half of these are absolutely useless. So we're talking about Far Cry 3, Battlefield 3, weirdly Borderlands 2, and of course any FIFA games have pretty much zero trade-in value. But between these four games we have Forza Motorsport 4, Borderlands the pre-sequel, the orange box, which is the big one of this bundle. Why I went after this, as this one alone will trade in for £6 credit, and the original Borderlands. So these four games together will trade in for £10. And as you know, if you've been watching my videos for quite a while, that sweet CX credit can be used to buy some awesome stuff, such as boxed N64 games and other retro goodness. And this week I want to talk about limited run games. If you're not in the know, they are a small games company who put out limited physical runs of games that are available digitally. So if you're like me and like to have a physical copy of the game, you can get it on there, but here's the catch, they're normally only up for about a 4-week period. Because these games are limited, normally after that 4 weeks they become incredibly expensive. Sadly, but you know, give it to them, it's up to them. I'm not saying anything bad about people who do this. There are scalpers who will buy multiple copies of the game and sell them on eBay. So if you want to pay the cheapest price, I recommend keeping an eye on limited run games for any games you want. So most recently I have picked up Star Wars Republic Commando and Doom the Classics collection. All of these games are available in multiple places, very cheap, but I wanted to have them physical, especially Republic Commando. I've been wanting to play this for a long while, and it's really cool I can play it on the Switch. And Doom is of course Doom. I have multiple copies, but we all love Doom. So basically to get both these delivered is about £70, which isn't too bad considering they're coming from America. But basically as soon as that 4 weeks window is gone, and these games disappear and go onto eBay, they go up a lot more. You're looking at about £50 easily each. So For me, as a game collector, I would definitely recommend keeping an eye on limited run. Any games you even slightly like the look of, pick them up, because if you find out down the line you're not really a fan, you can probably flip on eBay and buy games that you prefer. That was our video for the week then, and it kind of turned more from a pickups video into a tips video of how to add games into your collection, and more importantly, how to build a gaming collection. As I said at the start of the video, it's all about consistency, just slowly building up over time. Anyone can just get on that credit cards, go on eBay and just order a million games. We want to build it up for the cheapest price possible. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like the video, it really helps the channel. Subscribe, I put new videos out every single Saturday. And as always, thanks for watching and keep playing the game. See y'all soon.